When you peel back the onion of the Heliot Ramos trade, it looks worse and worse as the days go by. When
Yes.
we did the trade deadline show, we said on its own, you bring in a guy that can hit lefty pitching with a 700 OPS. When you can't score runs, it's fine. Okay. You didn't really have an issue with it. But as you move forward day by day, the trade looks worse and worse as the days go on. Now, he didn't hustle in Saturday's game when the Yankees desperately need to get base runners. Where if he's hustling, he probably gets to first base. So that aggravates you as a fan. As we said, coming into today, he has not hit. He has a -9 OPS plus as a New York Yankee. Then you factor in that you could have been getting similar or better production out of Jason Dominguez when you gave up your fifth ranked prospect and another highly regarded prospect in Kent to get what is essentially a platoon bat. And then you can peel back the onion even further here and realize that back at the end of April, the Yankees DFA'd Randall Grichuk, right? Now you're going to say, why are you bringing that up? Well, at the time, nobody wanted Randall Grichuk on the New York Yankees. He was
Mm-mm.
atrocious here. The Yankees needed to get Elmer Rodriguez on the roster, so they chose Grichuk. Everybody applauded it, said, yes, this is an aggressive Yankee team. This is a different way of thinking. Well, now maybe if we would have let the Yankees or the Yankees themselves would have exercised a little patience there with Randall Grichuk, there'd be no need for Heliot Ramos because Randall Grichuk now, since then, has gone to sign with the Chicago White Sox and has a 147 OPS plus with the Chicago White Sox. So now you could have just maybe given Grichuk a little bit more time here and seen what he could have done. And then there's no need to go get Heliot Ramos. And then maybe you could spend those prospects in a different area for maybe somebody that definitively improves the ball club. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of Randall Grichuk, but as you can see, the layers to this, and you sit back and you think about this is where they went and this is where they ended up, it just looks worse by the day. And then when you factor in that Bellinger should be back by the weekend now, where is Heliot Ramos playing? Where is Spencer Jones playing? Okay. And when Aaron Judge comes back, now you can say, oh, well, Ramos will play until Judge gets back. Well, then Judge is here. Now you just spend all this prospect capital on essentially a fourth or fifth outfielder, a platoon bat. How does that make any sense? It's not that Brian Cashman doesn't make trades or isn't willing to spend the prospects. It just baffles you on the things that he decides to spend them on. And Heliot Ramos is now a huge head scratching acquisition for the Yankees, where, yeah, I think you and I were both in the same boat that we were just trying to spin it positively and see how it made sense at the
Right-handed bat.
deadline.
Yeah.
Well, now here, as we are 11 days or 13 days past the deadline, it doesn't make any sense. And Cody Bellinger is 5 or 6 days away from returning, and it's going to make even less sense now.